Welcome to Maker Conversations. I'm your host, Tiff Marchand from NIGHTCARVER Designs. Today on the show, we have Patrick from Barren Pallet Works and Carlina from Sawdust Gypsy. These two work together, have their own identities, which is pretty cool because you get to harass each of them separately, and are just like really genuinely awesome people. You're going to find out that they are planning a really cool Maker Fest in September. So if you're in the New Jersey area, close enough to come on over, it's going to be an awesome time. I'm really going to be trying to make it there myself, possibly as a vendor as well. So I'm just trying to see if I can make it work. But they're awesome. Check out their Barren Maker Fest and check out their podcast here. They are just great people. Another shout out to my Patreons. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate you supporting me on the show. If you want to join the show and support us, it is patreon.com/makerconversations. So thank you to Katrina Schmidt, Matthew Gerard, B.A. Reeve, and David Worked. You guys are awesome. All right, on with the show.
Well, thank you guys for coming back on.
Of course. We love you.
I like that you have your sign back. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The last time we were in the Pallet house, which is why I thought the typo was so hilarious, though, because I was like, maybe that's what was on my mind. It was like Pallet house.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. I was reading it. I was like, yeah, Barren Pallet House. I was like, thanks, Tiff.
It was just in my head. It was in my head. I do everything at 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night, so that can't be trusted.
It's like dead
That's the
brain.
best time.
Yeah.
He works the best then, and I'm like, bedtime.
Yeah, we're on different schedules. But that's the OG sign. That was the one that was in the Pallet House.
No,
yeah. Oh, no, I remember watching. You guys had to make, was it an A?
Yeah.
The A again?
It's
okay.
smaller if you look. Tiny,
not exactly the same size.
If you didn't point it out, I would not have noticed that. I promise. Yeah, he's just gonna stay there. Well, a lot has changed since then, though. I feel like you guys have gotten like you found your like level of video. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing your reels and stuff, your style. That's the word I was searching for so hardly. It was you found your style.
It's funny you say that because how do you feel about that? I feel
like I've grown a lot because before it was just like, it was like I did it, but it was still my hobby. But I really was like, I wasn't doing anything else like job wise because I just finished school. So it was like a lot.
She wasn't full time back then.
Right.
Just because like just my videos and stuff were like, it used to be like, oh, I'd post a picture here and there. And like Patrick would always post videos and we'd share them between the two of us. And now it's like, oh, I'm sending him videos that I made and stuff like that's happening. So it's like,
so that's why it's gotten.
I know how to edit now.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
That's why it's gotten better. The girls' opinions involved now.
Well, I've always noticed too, our women are better at documenting things like life happenings. We pull the camera out so fast. You don't think so?
Life
the
happenings,
opposite here.
I document pretty well, but I'll be in the middle of doing a piece and
I'm
he's
like,
did you record any
where's
of that?
your phone? Where's the camera?
No.
She's like, oh.
I'm like, I just get in the zone and I don't want to pull my phone out.
But I'm
it's
like,
really hard.
The reason we make money is because we document our things.
Yeah.
No, exactly. No, it's true.
Like, that's the number one thing you should think of before you start.
It just takes a hot
and
second.
She's like, nah.
But you have to remember she's newer at this too. So she's in that phase of like the love affair with it. And it's just like,
that's true.
It's her time. And
like, I put my headphones on and I just like zone out. I'm just done.
You know what I do is I take little breaks and I'll start kind of like editing in motion. So I'll just take a little snippet like, okay, I'm just going to show this part anyway. So just film this 3 seconds, get back to what I was doing, take another little break, film 3 seconds. Cause you know that in the end, when you're editing, you're just going to do that anyway. So
it blends together perfect at the end.
Get the money shots.
Oh yeah. I have a problem because I have no storage on my phone ever. So I'll be in the middle of recording.
She can't get rid of,
I like all my college
put
stuff.
Her college and high school photos and videos onto her MacBook. So she stores it all on her
Because
iPhone.
sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's my friend's birthday. I'm going to post these pictures.
So I'm
from
like,
high school.
Car, can you get this clip real quick? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what's taking so long? And she's
I'm
like,
like,
just give me a second.
External hard drive. That's
She
what I
won't,
have
know.
two
she
of
won't
them.
take it off of her phone though. She likes having it.
I like having things in my hand.
No.
So I told her there's a trick to that. Go on Facebook, make a album, put it on there, and then you have it as long as you have service.
Yeah.
It's like a free online cloud.
That is true.
And she won't do it.
Just lazy.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Laziness.
Oh God.
Talking
Are
about
you enjoying being full-time more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
You've embraced it?
It's a lot of work and I don't do anything but here. Like my family's like, are we ever going to see you again? But I love it. Like, and they know they come, like when I'm get home at 9:00 at night, they ask everything that I made and everything that I did. And my
great.
parents will come here and hang out. My sister will come here and hang out. So it's fun.
How
and
far
we're
away is
working
it from
towards
you?
Huh?
How far away is it?
Only 10 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, we only live 10 minutes away.
yeah, it's like better than a regular job.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you would have to drive further.
That's true.
I used to drive an hour each way. That was awful.
I would
Yeah, I
fall
used to drive
asleep.
like an hour and 45 minutes. It was brutal.
Yeah. Nope. Thank you, COVID. That's the only thing I can say thank you for.
Yeah. My mom
Thanks
would
for
say the
allowing
same.
me to work home. Your mom's coming back soon.
Oh, is she?
Mhm.
Ew.
They always try taking you back.
Yeah.
I had
It's
to
just
fight.
crazy because it really showed how many people can get everything done
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
You don't have to pay for a building.
all these people don't need buildings. All these giant companies don't need buildings.
They're finding that out. Like, I can't imagine that my work is going to be there for like another year. Our lease gets expired at like 2023, I believe. So like, I think they're just going to
Yeah.
ride it out, have people come in and then let them actually go home. Cause it's just silly. Like,
Yeah.
what- let your
There's no
employees
point.
pay for their supplies. Let them pay for their heat and their electricity. Like,
Yeah,
it's smarter business.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's
I agree
true.
with that.
Believe me, I know my bills went up, but the gas price went down. So
What gas price?
I know. Well, not these for gas prices currently. My car
Yeah.
goes from like my house to my kid's school, my house to my kid's school.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Mine goes from here to Home Depot.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And Starbucks.
And Starbucks, but it's on the way to Home Depot.
Aha. So that's when she gets treats.
Yeah.
Yep. Only when we go to Home Depot.
Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, it's all on the way. Chipotle.
Patrick, I want to try this new stain, but we don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
We don't go that often anymore.
She's like, I
It's
really need
once a
more
week
primer.
now.
I'm like, you look like you got 6 cans. Like, I don't know.
Like Amazon. Amazon's a thing. And I'm like, I don't see it on
Yeah, I
Amazon.
need it today.
It's a battle. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was your Workbench Con experience? I'm curious.
Oh my God, I had so much fun.
Yeah.
It
So-
was so cool meeting everybody that we've been talking to for the past year and a half in person.
Yeah.
And not just like 2 people. It was like 80, 100 people. Like it was insane.
80, 100 people.
80
Yeah.
to 100.
It's like 80 to 100 people.
80 to 100 people.
I
Yeah.
understood.
Specific.
Yeah, it was awesome because like, so the only maker that we met before that was Cold Brew, Andrew
Yeah.
from
yeah.
Cold Brew Woodworks or Cold Brew.
It's cold brew.
Is it Woodworks?
Mhm.
Yeah, I never know. But
They're hard to remember everybody's tags.
Mhm.
yeah.
Which
But
one's
yeah,
Cold
we
Brew?
met him because he came here the day after the fire and helped
I
us
saw
out.
that. That
And,
made me
like-
so happy to see somebody came over. Like, I wanted to so bad that day.
If it wasn't for him, like, I don't know where we'd be.
We would
Just,
have been like
like
sitting
that
in
day
bed.
was like a turning point for sure.
Yeah. He literally like got there 8:00 in the morning. Patrick was still sleeping. And then he called me and I was like still sleeping kind of. And I was like, oh no, don't, I'll be outside in a second.
Yeah.
And then he like ripped us out and he was like, so what are we building?
Yeah.
And
he's
like instead of like
"Get out in
hanging
the shop,"
around,
like,
we worked
yeah.
Yeah.
and it was awesome.
And that's what we
we
needed.
really needed it.
Yeah, I remember that. And I was just like so happy because like that was like shortly after we interviewed you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably like what, a
A
month or
month
something.
maybe. Yeah. Maybe like
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah,
It was
it was
crazy.
insane.
But he was the only maker I think we ever met, really.
Yeah, before Workbench Con.
And
yeah, you were
then,
telling me that, and it's just crazy because you guys have so many relationships with people out there.
yeah, we just talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Like I don't have real friends anymore. Like I have internet friends, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it. And like I cherish them more than,
I know.
no offense to
Same.
my friends, but I cherish them more than my friends. I talk to them every single day.
Mhm.
I don't hang out with anyone anymore. I'm so like, we work like 16-hour days, 7 days a week.
I literally I'm not going to 2 events this weekend because I need to get work done. Like I had to make
Yeah.
a choice. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't come. I have to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like at the end of the day, it's like it comes down to like your future or the moment right now. And we're
100%.
choosing our
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
We do things, but like it's like, okay, I can come over after like 8 o'clock at night. Like
Yeah.
we'll do something. We
Yeah.
gotta work and then we'll come over or we'll do something after, go get dinner with you or whatnot.
but yeah, I mean, Workbench was amazing. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I was like, there's no way it's worth the amount of money
Right.
that like
Right.
that you'd have to pay if you're like fully going and you're paying for the
Everything.
hotel, you're paying for everything. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I was like, there's
Ticket.
no way anything could be as good as that price. And it was way, way above that.
It's amazing to just see everybody. Everybody's just like energy level is insane. Like
Yeah.
you could just feel everyone's energy. I
Everyone's
loved it too.
so stoked the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I mean, don't get me wrong, I was nervous. She
Yeah.
was really nervous. She was like we got into the room and she was like, I don't know, like I don't really want to go out there. Like, and then the moment we got out there, it was like, oh, hey, Jeff and Jess. And then we were just like in a group of people and we met up with Mike and Pete and Dan, and everything was normal. It felt like we were at home. Like,
Yeah. Yep. Because we're as real as we are when we're on our phones. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
It really is. And that's what's
Yeah.
crazy because like the screens can be like just like,
deceiving.
yeah, they're very
Yeah.
deceiving. You don't know what's real, what's fake. And from what I've experienced from Workbench Con, like with the woodworking world, everybody is exactly who they are.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I love that.
hmm No,
And
it's the same.
That's something that's awesome about this community too, is like I feel like other communities fake it on the internet. Like everyone in this community is like, oh, I fucked this up. Like,
Yeah.
here's why. Here's how you should fix it. You know, like I think that's really cool. So like,
It was a cool experience.
yeah, it was an awesome experience.
Exhausting, but you had to just pull through it.
I was hungover for a week and I don't drink. It was just exhaustion. It was just like, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah. Your body needs to recoup.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
My social meter was at its peak
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
It is like I was so happy that my husband came to support me with it too. Like, and it was just so funny because I'm like, I warned him before we went. I'm like, I'm so sorry if I ignore you at any point. I don't mean to. There's a lot of people I want to meet and like who know me. And I want like that's, I'm just like, I just want to fair warn you, And he's like,
Yeah.
okay.
He was a good sport the
I
whole
feel like
time.
he did good.
Yeah, he
did.
was talking to everybody. It was
Yep.
awesome getting to meet him.
He's hilarious, but like he gets overwhelmed when it comes to something like that. So, but
Mhm.
he hung. I was impressed.
Yeah. Is he going to go next year?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a good
Right.
excuse to get away from the kids too. I mean, let's be
Yeah, there you
honest. We need a break here and there. So I try to find like those kind of like work trips as our breaks because his parents will come over and watch the kids.
Oh,
Nice.
see, that's nice.
It's a nice deal. It's a nice deal.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So what you guys take away from it? Like, did anything that you saw, learned, talked about change, or was it just more of an amazing experience?
We I don't know. What do you
The whole
think?
we went into it like, and we talked about it a lot. Like we need to either pick or choose. Like, do we want to go ahead in for like I guess what post social media?
Yeah, more like, are we just woodworkers or are we content
Yeah,
creators?
like-
we were at a crossroads. I feel like when we went there
Mhm,
because
mhm.
our account was just starting. I mean,
It's
it
popped
blew up
off.
before
Yeah.
that, but it was
Yeah.
just starting to. I feel like, and like we were like, okay, like now we're getting sponsors and we could possibly make money from creating content and not just custom orders or selling or doing drops or anything, like.
Right.
So now it was kind of like, I don't know which way we're going to take. And then we got there and everyone's like, you should take both ways
Yeah.
and you should definitely focus on content creation because there's a million different ways of making money.
Yeah.
Like, you could make money through so many different avenues when it comes to content creation.
100%.
And if you're doing it full time, I mean, take advantage of what you can while you can, you know.
And you guys are absolutely content creators. Like, I want to see more of you guys all the time. Just
I struggle with it. I mean,
I know,
I'm good at like filming and I can edit a video real quick, but like the stories, I struggle with the stories so much because there's so many days where I'm just like burn out and I'm like, you know, it's dragging along. And this one project, I messed up 3 or 4 different things. And
so why
and
don't
then
you
I got to be
have
like,
rants?
hey,
I know. And
Just
like,
rant, just rant.
Yeah, and I need to do that too. Like today, I was like, wow, I didn't post anything. I just like posted stuff people reposted.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could have just like talked to my phone,
but
I don't.
Yeah.
but at the same time, like there's some people where I'll watch their entire rant and you could see the little dots at the top where it's like 20
You're like, oh,
dots.
this is going to be an investment of time.
Yeah. And then there's other accounts where I'm just like,
Yes. No, it's true. It has to be a balance thing. I go some days I'll post those 50 million dots, and then other days it'll just be whatever I post that I share to it. So I totally get it.
Yeah, I feel like I like go back and forth between the two.
Yeah, there's
Some
definitely
days
a balance.
you get talkative, you know, you just you want to hang out.
Yeah.
I was recently listening to a different podcast and somebody brought up how they film and how they edit. Do you film with a camera?
No, everything's on my phone. I don't have time to be messing. Yeah, with camera.
Do you edit on a computer?
Right. Well, I write on my phone except for the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, because I feel like you obviously have to do a lot of stuff on your computer. You know, like number one, you have a brand new laser. You're gonna have to do a lot of things on the computer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You have the podcast, so you're gonna have to do that. Like, but everything else.
And the CNC.
I'm on my phone. Yeah, with the CNC, I just throw it on a drive and bring it over. But yeah,
but that's all done on computer post, right?
I'm on a computer all day. Like I wake up 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. I'm working, and then I finish work, hang out with the kids, and then I go back to the computer.
Yeah, because I think I have this weird fear of the computer. Like I don't know, I hate
stuck on it, or
I think it's like because when you used to do photography, like you hated editing and everything was on your computer. So now you have like this phobia. Where I love editing on my phone.
I love editing on my phone too because it's quick.
What do you use?
InShot.
Okay, so that's what
InShot. Yeah.
I forget what the podcast was. But they said that they used InShot and they were saying like they love everything about it, but there was like one thing they didn't like. I assume it's been updated by now. That was like back in 2020.
You can do picture in picture. You can have like a video. Like the other day, I just edited like a little silly thing for the podcast and threw a snippet of a video in the middle of the film. Like you can do a couple different things like that. There's effects. You can make it like flash. You can zoom in, zoom out. There's all kinds of things you can do.
Okay. Yeah, because we use Splice. We pay for Splice. I think it's like $70 a year or something.
Yeah.
It's probably the same as like InShot, I'm sure.
And I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing. Like
do the free trial.
I love Splice.
Yeah. But yeah, editing on your phone is nice though.
You got to on Splice,
Dusty, yeah.
Dusty Lumberco.
I gotta talk to him, man. That guy's a master at the reels.
He's so busy.
I know. I can't even imagine.
He's
sponsorships must just roll in over there.
Yeah, probably.
He's like his whole festival video. I was like, damn, Dusty, you're really showing off.
Oh, with the festival wall.
Yeah.
We're catching up. I have like 2 festival things.
It's funny because you're rising to that next level though, where your stuff is getting a little bit nicer. People are starting to sponsor you, and I love seeing that.
Yeah, it's definitely eye-opening, but at the same time, it's like we have that whiteboard. We have like a big whiteboard, and on the whiteboard, we write down like every month we have to make a post and do like 2 stories for each sponsor. We usually overdo it and do more, but like we'll have like a checkbox.
Yeah.
We'll have like a checkbox and make sure we get it done. Like
that's a great way to keep yourself in check.
Yeah.
And just to remember, like, okay, we didn't do this one yet or something, and we just like check it off.
Yeah.
Just to be aware
how's
of it.
Not to change the subject, but how's the wedding sign stuff going in the rentals now that things are picking up?
Well, the rentals got put on hold for now, just because everything with like when we had the whole business, we didn't know what
Oh,
was
yeah.
happening
Yeah, like after the fire, I told you about it.
with like the
After
court
the
and
fire,
everything.
like they wanted to
Oh,
shut us down, get us off the property, and put us in a
yes.
commercial
And I can
area.
cut this out if you'd like, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, I don't care.
A lot of people knew that we were going through it.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so we were dealing with that for like 9 months.
Yeah.
And so we kind of put everything else on the back burner, just focused on like, let's get through this. And because we might not even be doing it in 9 months. You know, we can't afford to go buy a commercial property.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. I want to build a piece, like a nice little spot out for myself in my backyard. I've got an acre of land. And my dad,
nice.
my dad's like, maybe we do it. Maybe because after they put the laser in this room and they like, she's like, you can't grow any further. Like this is as big as you can. He saw that I have limitations, and he's like, yeah, maybe we do build a shop out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just get a giant shed
And just
it would be
drop
nice.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. So he's like, okay, I think you do need it.
Yeah. And it just like offers,
Yeah.
okay, now you have the downstairs. It's in the basement, right? Is where you do everything.
I'm in my basement, and then I'm in the garage. So I have a 1-car garage, and then I'm split.
Oh, okay. So you can like spread things out, but like if you had like one, like for us, it's like, okay, I wish we had one extra room type of thing, like
To finish.
just like a finishing room.
Yes,
like,
I need
like,
that too. Yes.
Yeah, like my paints when I spray, like if anything's drying, if we ever do epoxy, we end up doing it like in the basement, and then no one can walk down there.
In my room.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's like everything
The
gets
inner
cut off.
workings of,
I'm
of
gonna
the
stay at
shop.
her house when we do epoxy pours. So we have to like plan our epoxy pours.
You guys definitely need a spray shed.
I
Or
Yeah.
like a
know.
paint shed.
Yeah,
We're
like
not allowed-
something.
We're not allowed.
Yeah, we're not allowed.
Yeah.
We have limitations now, but we did get approved to be a home occupation, which is awesome. And like
That's great. Well,
done
that's,
and over with.
I have to do that too if we're gonna build something there. And if something happens, then yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like it's just the town wants to know. They just started to see.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like you were saying, like we because of the wedding rental thing, we haven't been able to. They brought that up. Like when we sat in front of the township, they were like, "Well, you also have another company. Like we have proof that you have another company on your residential property." And we're like, "Whoa, what?" Like we weren't expecting you to hit us with something like that.
Yeah.
But technically, the wedding rental company is
Separate
not a
entity.
thing.
Okay.
No,
It's
it really doesn't exist. We have an
Oh.
Instagram, and we
built
built all the tables. So I own 36 folding farmhouse tables,
Beautiful.
and we
They'll come
lent
handy.
them. We lent them to her cousin so that she could use them for her wedding, and then we could get photos in return. So we have everything to make it. We have the website and everything,
Gotcha.
but it's not a business yet.
Yeah.
So that we were kind of stuck in like a limbo there when they asked us that question, and they were like, "Okay, well, if it ever becomes a business, make sure it's not on that property."
Limitations.
We're ready. We're
Limitations.
ready to have a business and do it,
Yes.
but not yet.
So are
Just
you
one
guys
thing
looking
after
at properties just for curiosity's sake? I'm just kind of
We were looking at a ton of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. My
'Cause-
dad was like, "There's a church across the street, and it's for sale. We can turn that into a shop."
that would be
I was
pretty
like,
cool to take something though, like and transfer like a firehouse or something.
Yeah. And it would give
Yeah.
that whole aesthetic that we want.
Mm-hmm.
I love reclaiming things.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's fun.
It is. But right now that's kind of like on hold. We have everything and everything's happening, but it's on hold. Also because we just love stressing ourselves out 24/7 that we decided to throw a festival.
I know, and that's the whole reason I really wanted to have you guys on here. So can we talk about the festival?
We can talk about
I mean,
that.
We can
besides
talk about
hanging
it.
out with you, I mean, but I wanted to help, have you guys promote that.
Are you
are
coming
you
to the
coming?
festival? Let's start out there.
I have to get paid a few times and then I will come. Absolutely.
Okay.
I asked the husband already and like the kids, everyone's down to come.
Because I really
Nice.
think everybody's going to be obsessed with your stuff around here. There's
I
like a
would
niche
love
down
it.
here, and people love, especially all the horror stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Jersey
Patrick-
has that scene. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. People love that around here, especially in the Pine Barrens.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that I didn't pick up, but everybody else likes it.
She hates it.
I'm like as scary as Hocus Pocus.
Hocus pocus, yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
Hi.
I was literally going to talk about you earlier.
Dude, I saw her logo pop up and I was like, what is that?
What's happening?
Hi.
We have one more coming in. Hi, your voice sounds magnificent on this. Wow, Tiff.
Ooh, hi.
Wow.
It has-
I'm gonna nervously eat peanut butter now.
I was gonna say this is this is a trend here with the peanut butter and Morgan. Morgan, we were just gonna talk about the festival. They were just gonna give us the whole skinny of what they're doing.
Dude,
Oh my God. Hi, Morgan. I love you.
Hi, give it to us.
Well, you know, you both are invited, obviously. Morgan's already like, okay, I'm coming out 2 weeks beforehand. I'm going to work with you guys 24/7. We're going to figure it out. And then I'm going to stay like 2 weeks after.
That would be amazing.
yo!
Yeah! Chris Morgan.
Yo, this energy is going to be awesome.
Yo,
Yeah.
Hey,
what up?
I brought in some co-hosts to join us to learn about the festival. I'm sorry, what were you
Oh
saying
my
about the
God.
festival?
I love this. You're sneaky.
I love it. Yeah, I'm so excited. What time is it there? Why is it still daylight, Morgan?
It is 5:46. It doesn't, the sun doesn't set. I don't know. I gotta get so close to my computer. The sun doesn't set till like
Yeah, you okay?
7:12, almost 7:12.
I know
This
we
is why I
did the
didn't
same.
hear
Like
from you
I've
today
been
because
sitting
you
like
can't keep a
this.
secret.
For those who can't see, Morgan has to apparently like talk into the camera while eating
Yeah.
a large
Sorry.
amount of peanut
You're
butter.
just listening.
Got her
We
mouth
all-
over the
I love
lens.
how we all showed up eating shit. We walked in and
We had Taco
we had
Bell.
Taco Bell.
It's all about nervous eating, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So we should say that Morgan from Captain's Planks has joined us, and Cristina from Naturally Made by Hand has joined us. For those who aren't watching this,
Yo,
they're gonna-
Cristina, are you like joining us like on Instagram like soon? Like,
Yeah, hopefully I'm coming back. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a move, but as soon as I move, I'll be coming back more.
Hey, we're here to ask you questions, huh?
Yeah, no,
okay.
I'm coming.
I know I do miss seeing photos of her pop up. I have to go to her page occasionally and just admire all the old ones, you know.
No, I think the last one was that Cal one.
No, she
Yeah.
posted one recently.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
Mhm, with the feathers.
Yeah, I have 3 posts ready. It's just to actually do it. I get halfway through and then I'm like, forget it. I'm gonna go sand some.
What
She's
did
like
you
a
say the
mama
other day?
bear.
You're like, I was like, oh, are you gonna start joining us? She's like, yeah, annually.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah.
maybe bi-weekly.
Yeah, I'll try bi-weekly. That's the goal now.
It's getting late,
Yeah.
and we still haven't talked about Maker Fest. So let's
Okay.
hear about it. Let's hear about it, guys.
Okay, so it kind of started, I guess, like 2 years ago. We were talking about it. We went to a festival and we're like, wow, like we could do this. Or I didn't. Patrick said this, and I was
I always
just like,
have stupid ideas.
So I'm like, you're in.
Terrible
You're on another
ideas.
level. Yeah. So over the 2 years, every festival that we were in, we're grabbing like vendor cards. We were like, oh my God, we love what they're doing. We love their setup. We love everything they're
Yeah, like-
promoting. And just like grabbing people's cards and just like throwing them in a folder. We're just like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We'll throw them in a folder. So the fire happens and everything like that happened, and everybody was there and like was donated and like helped us out. And then court happened and all that crap happened. And long story short, we weren't allowed to build the pallet house anymore. So over the time of the last 2 years, we were like talking about the festival. We wanted to call it Pine Barren Makers Fest, and one of my really good friends drew up a logo for us and everything. And then when we found out that we weren't allowed to rebuild the pallet house, we were like, okay, like this is our time now. Like we need to do something for the community. We need to like give back. Like this is the time that we need to really like pursue the festival. So we like talked about it. Everything got approved. And the next day we were in town hall. We're like, hi, we need permits for a festival that we're throwing.
Literally the day. So we like sat in front of like the board, like I don't know what they're called, but we sat in front of everyone.
What's the board?
We got voted as a home occupation. The next day we walked in, we were like, oh yeah, by the way, we want to throw a festival with like 20,000 people. And they're like, what? Like, why are you even in here? Like, we're like, yeah, what permits do we need? Like, let's get it going.
Yeah.
And yeah, like a week later, they were like, yeah, go for it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, like they like approved everything. And then that was like, okay, like now I grabbed that folder of vendor cards and I was like, okay, I need to put these in Excel. I like typed it all in and we found a bunch of people that we loved and a lot of like local people, and we were trying to like figure out, okay, how do we make this happen? And then it kind of just like, we're like, all right, let's get a flyer made and let's full send it. And I was like, on top of all the stress that we have, let's just do this too.
Yeah, I saw your guys' post about like how, you want to be making, but if they're sitting there editing, and it kind
Yeah.
of goes back to
It's
Patrick's
definitely-
fear of being stuck on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a lot of work, and like we've been splitting up the days between like answering messages and figuring out all of the information and the permits and everything, and then working on top of it. But like I've been having so much fun. Like I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, like when I first thought of it, I really thought that it was going to happen in like 10 years, so
Yeah.
like whatever, like eventually it'll happen as we get settled, we figure things out. Then the whole pallet house happened. We weren't allowed to rebuild, and just everything's going towards that all the time, all the money, it's all going towards that.
And I think it's a great way to bring back like, it's our community is like an awesome community, and everybody who like not include like including the woodworking community, but also like our hometown, like everybody was just like here. Everybody was there. What do we need? So like I feel like it's an awesome way to just give back to our area and get everybody together and just celebrate and have food trucks, beer garden, a bunch of awesome makers and creators, and just like have a full party on the weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
Which we didn't really, we didn't know what went into this. Like when we got into it, we were
I
like,
feel
yeah,
like you
we're
never
gonna
do.
throw a big festival, whatever. Like, and now we're so deep and we're so like fucked. Like we're not fucked. Like we have our
No,
shit
but,
together,
like,
but like
There's a lot to
we're
do.
just like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Wow,
like
we
now we
realized that
really
now.
have to do all this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And
like, okay, we know the details, but now it's like, oh my God, we also have to do this. We have to do this and this and that.
yeah, like
I'm like-
we were starting a new business, like an LLC specifically for events, just to cover our ass,
Yeah.
just to keep it
That's
separate.
awesome.
from
Yeah, that's really
content.
smart.
We need to get insurances. We need to get all kinds of stuff. I mean, we have to donate in order to serve beer and craft beers. We have to donate to a nonprofit. So we're going to donate to the firehouse. Obviously that would be like our first choice. They save their shit,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a house. So
Yeah.
I love that.
That's great.
yeah, so we're going to donate to them and give back to them. And yeah, I don't know. It's been wild. Like,
A lot goes into it, but if anybody can do it, it's gonna be you guys. I mean,
well, so, and on top of that, so like we're doing all this and we're like, okay, like how can we make it different? Like we want people to show up and not just like walk up and buy something. Like I want it to be interactive. So we
Mhm.
have a guy that's going to be chainsaw carving. He's
Nice.
coming.
And
we
we're like,
have
how can we make this memorable? Like, I want it to be like a full on experience.
yeah, rather than just like a flea market. Like, so like how you were saying, we handpicked everyone. Like no one's going to suck, like it's no one's just
Like,
going to be
yeah,
out there
like-
selling CDs or antiques. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be people who made things, or they're a small business and they are hands on with their product. Yeah.
yeah. But like we have a girl that she just bought her spot. She is a glass blower. So she makes like pipes and
yes.
vases
Awesome.
and stuff. And she's like, do you mind if I like do it there? And I'm like,
Go for it.
yes, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Do it.
Dude, I've
Like,
been to glass studios where I just sit and watch them blow, and it's like insane.
It's, just
It's
so
so
mesmerizing.
it's so mesmerizing.
And so I'm trying right now to bribe, I don't know if you guys follow the wheelchair woodworker.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
actually, I didn't realize he lives like maybe 15 minutes from me. I've
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
met him.
when the fire happened, he had reached out and said like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
close
like,
to
oh,
them."
I'll show up. I'm like, what? You're that
Uh-huh.
fucking close? That's crazy. But so I'm trying to bribe him because he does only like, well, not only, but he does mainly lathe work. So
Mhm.
he turns like bowls and
He does awesome
pens
work.
Mhm.
and like deer calls and stuff like that. And like, so I was like, bring the lathe, like bring it,
Yeah.
do it in front of people. It's going to
People
draw
would be
people in.
insane.
That's
like,
awesome, guys.
Some of our really good friends, the Pine Barren Post, it's where we get like our honey and all of our stuff. They threw a benefit for us after the fire.
Mhm.
yeah, they're awesome.
They are like huge homesteaders and like they do so many amazing things. But we like talk to them and they're gonna bring like a glass beehive type of thing. And like they're so
That's
knowledgeable,
cool.
like with bees, and just like we go there and I'm like just like mesmerized with the knowledge that they know about everything about nature. So I was like,
Yeah.
can you like teach like stuff? I was like people come up, like I want you guys to bring the glass beehive and like bring the bees and teach everybody about like what they are and everything involved with it. So they're
We
going to do
got
that.
really
stuff.
good vendors insurance, right? With the blowers,
Yeah.
bees. But okay,
Yeah.
liability, you got it locked in. Awesome.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got the insurance.
Well,
You guys are doing exactly what I wish people did though, who threw events. Like you're trying to curate an atmosphere and not just have a bunch of people selling tie-dye t-shirts. So, I mean, I love tie-dye t-shirts and I will buy them, but like, let's mix it up. Let's get some other stuff. So that's
yeah, and like I
cool.
want it to be like memorable, and I don't want it to be like I don't want to be afraid like how Cristina said, like you have insurance, right? Like people were like when we talked about getting like having a piney themed beer garden, like, oh, you're mixing alcohol in all of this now, like that's
everyone told us
crazy.
don't mix
do it.
alcohol,
That's
and I'm like,
I'm
dude, there's
that
like
just
4
brings a
craft
whole
breweries.
nother environment, and like we have
People
so many
stay
craft
if
breweries.
there's alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we have so many craft breweries and amazing people in our area that I'm like, I want to support them. I want them to come to our festival. I want people to know like these people exist in our area. So like, how
Yeah.
can we pull them in and involve them?
Yeah. And so there's a section that's like cleared out in the woods, like the woods is cleared
it's
out.
all pine
So we're gonna
trees
put-
and like cedar trees.
We're gonna put
That's
the
cool.
beer garden in the woods.
Yeah, it's gonna be like piney themed.
Like a beer
It's
forest.
gonna be literally drinking in
Yeah,
the woods.
you'll be in the forest.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed it doesn't rain though.
yeah.
Let's not put that out.
Even if it does, we
Who cares?
party in
People will
the
still
rain.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah, we have no choice because every other festival is happening every weekend in between that. So
Yeah.
So
We can
when
party
is
in
the
the rain.
festival happening and where? So those folks who want to come who don't know about it, can we get
it
some of that
is
info?
it's September 24th and 25th
Of this year.
of this year, 2022, and it is right in southern New Jersey. It's 3610 Nesco Road, Hamilton, New Jersey.
Yep.
And it's
Show
like 2
up.
miles from our house.
Yeah.
Morgan,
Oh,
how far
okay.
are they from you?
Huh?
How far are they from you?
They're on the East Coast, basically.
We are a whole
we're like-
countryside away.
3,600 miles.
Yeah, where are you in Canada?
Ontario.
Now I'll be in Kitchener, but like GTA, Toronto area.
Oh, okay.
She's
I
on
feel
our
like that's
side.
not-
You know where that is?
Niagara is the closest.
She's like just
border.
above you guys, like
She's above New York.
Yeah, that's like very, very close. That's like we can drive there.
So you're like 8 hours away from us?
probably.
I'm 8 hours from New York, so I don't know where you. My
So
son's
you're
better.
probably
probably like
9.5 hours from us. Or
No, she's on the she's in New York, so she's probably like 12 hours from us. She's near Niagara. You could drive to Niagara.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. You got to go all the way through New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
New York
I think it's
City.
like a 4 or 5 hour, 4 hour flight for me there.
Are you gonna come, Cristina?
Well, I'm gonna try. Yep, I'm gonna take the underground roadway.
Oh hell yeah! I'll help dig the hole.
Yeah, man, I want to try and
We
come.
have a ton of Airbnbs too, so I want to like invite.
No,
not
we
a
don't.
ton.
There's
I'm
like-
kidding,
I
there's
live
not.
in my
Three.
car. I don't care. It's fine. I'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
There's not a ton, but they're all like the ones that are around here, like really cool experience. Like there's some on
I
the
know, I gotta
river,
book
really
one.
close to the river.
Dude, you,
like
it might be booked.
I know. I looked the other day. It was like a
For
3-day
camping?
booking, and I'm like, oh,
There's
what do I
forest.
do? It's
Yeah,
forest.
There's
No,
forest.
There's literally
There's a
camping
beer garden.
everywhere around here. Like you can camp anywhere and everywhere.
Okay,
except in,
so-
like the
Is there a hotel for people traveling? Is like something close enough? Like what's the
20
There,
minutes?
yeah, there's like a.
20's
it's
not
like
bad
20
though, guys.
no.
It's like 20 minutes away. Like if you're getting a rental car, like you're good. Like
So-
you're 30 minutes or 35 minutes
I
from
don't know if
Atlantic
you guys
City.
have ever heard of Atlantic City.
I'll drop you off.
Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah. It's like our version of Las Vegas, but like not
But
cool.
ghetto.
Yeah, kind of ghetto.
They've been improving it. They
Venice
rebuilt
Beach?
the boardwalk a bit, and
Yeah. There's a
Wonderful.
ton of places to stay there, and it's only 25 minutes from us. And then right outside of that, it's only 25 minutes on the express.
it's like 40 minutes. Because when I was in Atlantic City, I totally looked you guys up, and I was like, oh, how close are they?
Yeah, it's like 35.
if you take the
40 minutes.
expressway, it's fine. But
Carlina's always wrong when it comes to
I am.
times.
I'm very off. But there's a ton of places to stay over there too. But camping, like just camp anywhere. We're in
So-
the friggin' Pine Barrens.
Yeah,
I'll
so
go
there's
cover.
like all of the woods that are near us, like technically you can camp in. If you are coming and you're a vendor, this is not out there, but you're welcome to stay. Like, especially if you have 2 days, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna have your stuff out in the field. You're not gonna want to pack up. So pitch a tent. Like
Yeah.
you're in a field. No one's gonna kick you out. And most likely there's gonna be a bonfire, live
Yeah,
music, and beer all night.
unexclusively, there's gonna
Beer in the beer garden. Yep.
Yeah. So
Get ready, Morgan.
You heard it here.
If you want to experience the Pines, stay for the after party.
I'm coming
I
through
have my
there.
uncle here today, like planning everything.
Oh, he's like dead set
My
on
uncle's like
fireworks.
certified pyrotechnician, like full on,
Well, that's
full send everything.
Yes, fire.
Mhm.
I like it.
He's
But
like,
not anywhere near anything, obviously. Far away.
so can I do fireworks? And I was like, Uncle
Yes.
Paul, like the festival ends at 5, but there's a party. We're gonna have a party after for everybody, like who's come, and like we just want everybody to like have fun. And he's like, okay, so I'll show up after. And he's like all set for it. I'm like,
Well-
okay, bring all your shit.
After party.
I was gonna say, if I can swing it, I'll have 2 kids with me, but they'll like fireworks.
Oh, they're coming.
I feel
Yeah,
like
they'd
they'd
be
have fun.
coming.
It's gonna be like just like fun. We want to have like fire and have a couple drinks and fireworks and just hang out and chill and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it ends at
Okay.
5. So you figure by the time everyone gets out of there, it's gonna be 6,
Get something to
6:30,
eat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then like that's when the party starts.
Keep those food trucks there longer.
I know. Well, we thought about that in the contract. We were like, should we force the food trucks to stay an extra hour or two? Then I was like, I don't know how I feel. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
we can get away with that.
Yeah.
'Cause
There's a
What,
lot
what
of
if like nobody buys anything? Like,
Yeah.
then I'd feel bad.
If you had a bonfire and people staying the night, though, if everyone was camping, then could they come at midnight? Because I bet you people would
Yeah.
do that.
Yo, everybody got the munchies.
Yeah,
Well,
if
you
you
Like
guys-
a wedding. By the way, weddings. When you guys get married, are you going to be hiring Chris Morgan Management to do your signage? Because we were booking about 6 months to a year out, so we just need to know.
I like how Cristina
Um,
has a pose too. She's like, yes, we
I don't need a post. You see, I don't post. I do this.
I'm selling Chris
Um,
Morgan Enterprises right here.
When's the wedding?
Chris Morgan Management, the red wedding. When is it?
Yeah, I don't. We don't know what wedding you're talking about.
Thank you.
Poor girl had to get another drink after that question.
I would love to marry Patrick. We're too busy
We're
right
busy.
now.
All right.
Right? Like, I will take a wedding ring with it. And honestly, I told Patrick, I was like, honestly, we don't have to get married. I was like, I just want an engagement ring.
Do that. I know, the pressure shouldn't be. When are you going to ask him, Carlina?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ready. Every time I bend down to tie my shoe.
Live.
Ready.
I do hope you torment him for at least a week though. Just constantly bending down to have to tie your
Yeah.
shoe.
I'll run.
All right.
And then
I'm gonna
besides-
go to bed because I'm old, but it was very nice catching up with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed our surprise guest host.
Oh my God, I
Of
love
course,
this.
of
I did not
course.
expect
That was
any
awesome.
of this. And it was so much fun.
All right. I hope you enjoyed getting to hang out with all those amazing people. And I was super glad that Morgan and Cristina joined at the end. If you want to hear more from them and some of the ridiculous topics that we stumble upon, including some pet peeves and phobias, I highly recommend that you join the Patreon. And if you like to save money, I've got some codes for you. NIGHTCARVER10 will save you 10% at Sabretooth, and NIGHTCARVER will save you 10% at Wall Control. And speaking of Sabretooth, by the way, Carver Conversations, the podcast that I'm doing with them, has been launched. The first episode is live, and the second one will be on the 29th, and it's going to be with Sadie from the Awesome Orange. The first episode that is currently going on right now is with the owner, Charlie Neff, and the general manager, Jody LePage, and they're both really awesome. I thought they were just like so cool, so open about the company, and shared as much as they could about how they make their products and how it was created. So if you haven't checked that out, please go check them out. They have a YouTube as well that you can subscribe to, and a 25% off coupon that comes out once a month. Listen, I love Sabretooth. I can't help it. I just want to tell you about them. Have a great day. Because I guess I should stop rambling. Thanks for listening. Bye.